My name is Sam. I am a boy. I am 8 years old. I live in a small town with my mom, dad, and little sister Emma. We have a dog named Buddy. He is a good dog. One day I wake up early. The sun is shining through my window. I get out of bed and put on my clothes. I go downstairs for breakfast. "Good morning, Sam," says my mom with a smile. "Did you sleep well?" "Yes, I did," I reply. I sit down at the table. Mom serves me pancakes, eggs, and orange juice. The food smells good. I am hungry, so I start eating right away. After breakfast, I go outside to play. Emma comes too. We run around in the backyard. Buddy chases us, wagging his tail happily. "Let's play fetch," I say. I pick up Buddy's tennis ball and throw it. Buddy quickly runs to get it. He brings it back and drops it at my feet. I throw it again and again. Later, Dad calls us inside for lunch. We have grilled cheese sandwiches and apple slices. The sandwiches are hot and gooey. I drink a glass of cold milk. "This is delicious," Emma says happily. After lunch, Mom says, "Who wants to go to the park?" "Me! Me!" Emma and I shout excitedly. We pile into the car, me, Emma, Mom, Dad, and Buddy. At the park, it is sunny and warm out. Lots of other kids are there too, running around and playing games. Emma and I race over to the swings. I pump my legs back and forth to go higher and higher. The wind rushes through my hair. "Look how high I'm going," I call out. Next, we go down the twisty slide. We climb up the ladder to the top. "Watch this," Emma says. She goes down the slide while spinning around. I go down after her, feeling the slide twist and turn. We also play on the seesaw, taking turns going up and down. Mom pushes Emma on the merry-go-round, making her giggle loudly. After a while, we get thirsty from all the playing. "Let's get some ice cream," Dad says. We walk over to the ice cream truck. So many flavors to choose from. I get a chocolate cone, Emma gets strawberry, and Mom and Dad get cups. The ice cream is cold and sweet. Some drips down my chin, so I lick it up quickly. We sit on a bench, happily licking our tasty treats. Even Buddy gets a few licks. Soon, dark clouds roll in. "Oh no, it looks like rain," Mom says worriedly. Just then, the first raindrops begin to fall. We hurry back to the car as the sky opens up. Rain pours down heavily. Good thing we made it inside before getting too wet. On the drive home, I watch the rain come down in sheets. Mom turns on the windshield wipers to their fastest setting. "It's really coming down out there," Dad says. By the time we get home, the rain has turned the backyard into a muddy mess. We quickly head inside, taking off our wet shoes and jackets. Mom makes us all hot chocolate to warm up. I sit on the couch, sipping my chocolatey drink. Emma sits beside me. We watch cartoons together while the storm rages outside. Thunder booms loudly, making Emma jump. "Don't be scared," I tell her. "It's just noise." Lightning flashes brightly through our windows. The power flickers for a moment before going out completely. "A power outage," Dad says. He goes to find some flashlights and candles. With just the candles lit, the house seems dark and spooky. Their flickering flames cast long, dancing shadows on the walls. "This is fun. It's like camping," I say. "Yes, it is an adventure." Mom agrees with a smile. We play games by candlelight until it gets late. I'm getting sleepy, rubbing my tired eyes. "Okay, time for bed," Mom says. "We'll have to do baths in the morning when the power comes back on." We all head upstairs carefully with our flashlights. It's so dark, it feels like nighttime. I snuggle under my covers as Mom reads me a bedtime story by candlelight. The storm finally passes overnight. When I wake up, sunlight is streaming in through the windows again, but the power still hasn't come back on. We have a simple breakfast of cereal, milk, and bananas. No need to cook anything fancy. After breakfast, Dad says, "Let's go explore outside and look at the storm damage." We pull on our rain boots and head out into the wet backyard. Muddy puddles are everywhere. I stomp around in them, making huge splashes. "Don't get too dirty," Mom calls out. I see a big branch that fell down from one of the trees. A bird's nest lies broken on the ground nearby. "Oh no, I hope the baby birds are okay," Emma says sadly. We walk around the neighborhood next to look at the other storm effects. Several trees and power lines are down in the streets. A few roofs even have shingles blown off. "The cleanup crews are going to be very busy," Dad remarks. "Some of our neighbors are already out clearing branches and debris from their yards." We wave hello to them. On our way back home, we stop at the park where we were playing yesterday. One of the swing sets is knocked over. Part of the slide looks cracked too. "Wow, the storm really did a number on this place," I say. We'll have to find somewhere else to play for a while until it gets fixed up again. Maybe the storm caused a lot of damage, but it can't keep us down for long. Back at home, we spend a lazy morning reading books and playing board games. With no TV, video games, or internet, we have to make our own fun. For lunch, Dad builds a fire pit in the backyard. We roast hot dogs and make s'mores. Sitting around the fire, we tell stories and joke around. "This is the life," Dad says happily. "No electronics to disturb us." After lunch, we go on a nature walk down the trail behind our house. We look for cool rocks, pine cones, feathers, and other little treasures. Emma finds a fuzzy caterpillar to observe for a while before letting it go. I spot a rabbit hopping quickly through the bushes. We hear lots of bird calls too. Being surrounded by trees and nature is very peaceful. When we get back home, there's a surprise waiting for us. The power is finally back on. "Hooray, we have lights again," Emma cheers, doing a little happy dance. Mom gives a relieved smile. "Good. Now I can run the laundry and vacuum." With the Wi-Fi working, Dad is able to check the news and weather. "Looks like we're in for some more storms over the next few days," he tells us with a frown. More power outages may be coming. For dinner, we fire up the grill to barbecue some burgers and corn. We sit outside on the patio to eat while we can. Dark clouds are rolling in again already. I finish my food just as the first raindrops begin to fall again. We scramble to bring everything inside before the downpour starts. For the next few days, the storm cycles continue. Rain and winds lash the neighborhood, knocking out power again and again. The periods without electricity sometimes last for many hours. During one particularly strong storm, a huge tree branch cracks and falls right onto the roof of our house. The loud crashing sound makes all of us jump. "Oh no!" Mom cries out. We go outside once the winds die down to inspect the damage. One spot on the roof has several cracked and missing shingles where the branch hit. Part of the gutter is also dangling down. "We'll need to call a repair company to fix this," Dad says with a concerned look. For now, we place a tarp over the hole to keep any more rain from getting inside. I've never experienced such a wild storm season before. The very next day, a roof repair truck shows up at our house. Two men climb up with their tools and equipment. Hi there. We're here to fix your roof, one of the workers says. This storm has kept us pretty busy. We watch from the yard as they carefully remove the broken shingles and damaged section of gutter. They make loud clanging noises as they hammer in new pieces. After a few hours of hard work, the roof looks good as new again. I'm relieved we were able to get it fixed so quickly before any more storms hit. Thank you, Mom calls out to the workers as they pack up their truck. That night, the winds really pick up again. I can hear the trees swaying violently outside my bedroom window. Thunder rumbles and lightning flashes brightly. Crack! A deafening boom makes me jump. I peek outside. Sure enough, one of the big trees in our backyard has been struck by lightning. Part of the trunk is charred and smoking. The storm finally blows over by morning. When I go outside to inspect the tree, a large portion of the trunk is cracked open from the lightning strike. Burned branches and bark litter the ground. Wow, that was a close one, Dad exclaims after seeing the damage. We're very lucky it didn't hit the house. He calls a tree removal service right away to come take care of it before it falls on its own. Within a couple hours, there is a huge truck with a cherry picker crane in our backyard. Two workers in harnesses climb up and start cutting off the broken branches with loud whirring chainsaws. Piece by piece, they carefully dismantle the tree and lower the sections down. By the time they leave, there is just a tall stump remaining where the tree used to be. Our backyard looks so empty without it. With all the storm chaos finally over, things return to normal summer routines for our family. We spend lots of time swimming at the community pool to beat the hot, humid weather. One afternoon, dark clouds roll in yet again, but this time they are the tall, puffy kind, not the stormy kind. I don't think that's a thunderstorm, Dad says after checking the weather forecast. I think we're in for a different kind of show. Sure enough, by late afternoon, the entire sky is filled with big, fluffy cloud formations. Bright streaks of lightning start flashing between them, but no thunder sounds. Whoa, cool! I exclaim, watching in awe. Dad explains it's heat lightning from all the humidity, all cloud shows and no rain or wind. We sit outside for hours, admiring nature's light display as the evening falls. What an amazing end to our eventful, stormy week. With sunny weather once again, Mom decides to throw a backyard barbecue with some friends and neighbors. She spends the morning cleaning the patio and yard, getting everything ready. Dad fires up the grill in the afternoon and starts cooking hamburgers and hot dogs. The smoky aromas fill the air and make my mouth water. I can't wait to eat. As guests arrive, I run around playing tag and frisbee with the other kids. Buddy chases after us, panting happily. Upbeat music plays from a portable speaker, adding to the fun atmosphere. Food's ready, Dad hollers after a while. We all gather around the picnic table piled high with everything from condiments to pasta salads to fresh corn. I pile my plate with my favorite things: a burger, baked beans, potato salad, and some crunchy potato chips. Everything tastes absolutely delicious. After stuffing ourselves with food, we all lean back in our chairs, patting our full bellies contentedly. A few people joke about unbuttoning their pants from eating too much. Who wants dessert? Mom calls out with a big smile. She's made a huge chocolate cake for the occasion, perfectly moist with rich frosting. I can't wait for a slice. Mom cuts it into pieces and passes them around. The sweet chocolatey treat is the perfect way to end the meal. We munch happily, letting out satisfied mms with every bite. As the day turns to evening, some fireflies begin blinking in the yard, putting on a little light show of their own. We sit around chatting, laughing at funny stories, and just enjoying being together. "This was such a wonderful day," one of the neighbors remarks. "We really needed this after that crazy, stormy week." I have to agree. Spending quality time with friends and loved ones is the best way to relax and recharge. The very next weekend, our family decides to go camping. We pack up our gear and supplies into the car trunk early one morning. Tent, sleeping bags, camp stove, food, and more. I can hardly contain my excitement as we hit the road. Out the window, I watch as we leave the city and drive through stretches of countryside and forests. The landscape is full of rolling hills, farmland, creeks, and winding roads. After a couple hours, we reach the campground and find our reserved spot. We all work together to unload and set everything up. "This is awesome," I exclaim, looking around at the tall trees, picnic area, and fire pit. Our little campsite feels like its own world within the great outdoors. Once the tent is pitched, Emma and I explore the surrounding area, watching squirrels scamper and listening to birds singing their sweet melodies. Best camping trip ever. That night, we gather around the crackling fire pit. Dad showers the flames with logs and branches, making the fire roar. We roast juicy hot dogs and gooey s'mores over the glowing coals. Once it gets completely dark, the forest comes alive with sounds: crickets chirping, owls hooting, leaves rustling in the crisp breeze. Looking up, the sky is a tapestry of dazzling stars impossible to see in the city. "Wow, just look at all those stars," Emma says in awe. "It's like 1,000,000 nightlights up there." We snuggle up in our sleeping bags later, drifting off to slumber while listening to the gentle crackling of the dying fire. Camping is just what I needed to feel recharged and refreshed. In the morning, sunlight filters through the mesh tent walls, waking me up. The forest air smells so clean and fresh. I unzip the tent and emerge to explore, wandering along the wooded trails. After 2 nights under the stars, it's time to pack up and head back home. We take down the tent, load everything back into the car, and do one last sweep of our campsite to make sure we didn't leave any trash behind. "Goodbye, forest," Emma calls out the window as we pull away. "Thanks for the great camping memories." While driving back through the rural countryside, we stop at a cute little farm stand to buy some fresh produce like corn, tomatoes, and peaches. Nothing beats food fresh from the farm," Mom says happily. Once back at home, I flop down on my soft bed, feeling content and relaxed from our nature escape. I can't wait to go camping again sometime. That's just what my summer has been like so far. A mix of outdoor adventures, backyard fun, tasty food, and quality time with family. But there's still so much more warm weather left to experience new things. One day, Mom and Dad surprise Emma and me with tickets to a minor league baseball game downtown. We've never been to a real baseball stadium before. The huge field stretches out in front of us, smelling of fresh-cut grass. Vendors walk the aisles selling cold drinks, hot dogs, cotton candy, and roasted peanuts in the shells. "Keep your eyes peeled to catch a foul ball," Dad tells us excitedly. We watch in delight as the teams take the field, and the umpire shouts, "Play ball!" Emma and I munch on ballpark snacks, cheering loudly as our team bats and runs the bases. What an incredible experience being part of the lively crowd. After an afternoon of exciting baseball action, we stop for ice cream cones on the walk back to the car. My double scoop chocolate sundae drips all over my hands, but I don't mind one bit. Summer days are meant for battling sticky messes.